phase is starting.
Okay. It's okay. We have to edit out this part. So we'll speed. Oh, Sean walks in and says, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing, Lisa? I'm trying to write my speech on the Sioux Indians. I have all this information about what they wear, their jewelry, and their bags, and what paint colors mean, but I don't know how to put it together. And on top of everything else, I am so nervous to present.
There's nothing to be worried about. We're the speech team, and we're here to help you write your speech today.
There are 3 steps to preparing a speech: investigate, incubate, and inspirate.
Investigate yourself, friends, and family, and library resources.
After you investigate, incubate, just relax and dream. Ideas will pop out when you least expect them.
After practicing your speech several times, inspirate. Ideas will flow freely, and all you need to do is sparkle and polish.
First today, we are going to show you how to make a mind map. Then we will show you the steps to organizing a speech. We will also give you the important tips to have as an audience. So, let's get started.
Writing a speech is kind of like a sandwich. What's everyone's favorite kind of sandwich?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Emilio's classic.
Subway. The introduction is the first slice of bread. It's the hook that gets the audience involved and makes you want more. You want it to be enticing and a foretaste of what is to come. An example of a hook would be, what does the tag on your clothing say? It probably says the care of your clothing, what it was made from, and where it was made. Can you imagine moving every couple of weeks, building your own house, making your own clothes all from animal skin and the things you collected?
Mustard is the preview. It's spicy, slick, and bright. It concludes the introduction and is a smooth transition into the body. An example of a preview would be, today I'm going to tell you about the Sioux Indians. These people have settled in various parts of the land and settled in small communities throughout the Great Plains.
The body is the meat and the cheese of the sandwich. It usually consists of 2 to 4 main points. The American cheese relates to your point of view. The Swiss cheese relates to the outsider's point of view. It is the diversity of the speech. The bologna is what keeps the audience interested. It is humorous and not boring. An example of a Sioux Indian speech with 4 points would be: 1. The Great Plain land and water consisted of a large area of the United States and was abundant with prairie grasses and small plants. 2. The continental climate consisted of cold winters and hot summers with an extensive growing season. 3. The nomadic lifestyle represented largely the shelter the Sioux Indians built. And lastly, the lifestyle and climate reflected with the Sioux Indians' clothing made from animal skins and decorated with shells, feathers, and paint. The statistics and examples and testimonies. We can use the pickle for crunchiness to give facts and numbers and figures. An example would be, the Sioux Indians' teepees could be mobilized in 15 minutes. The tomato is for juicy examples and details. An example from a Sioux Indian speech would be, there were 2 holes on the teepee, the door facing the east to let in sunlight, and the top where the poles join to let smoke ventilate. The lettuce is crispy and gives concise quotes. An example of a quote from a great spirit, help me never to judge another until I have walked in his moccasins for 2 weeks.
Ketchup. It is a signal that leads to the end.
Now for the last piece of bread. This is going to summarize the body and ties everything together. An example of this would be, these nomadic people had many roles and day-to-day tasks used for surviving in the Great Plains. The land and climate played a huge role in the lifestyle of the Sioux Indians, including the animals they hunted, the agriculture they grew, and the clothing they wore.
Now we need a few volunteers. We're going to give you these cards, and we want you to put the speech steps in the correct order.
Being good listeners is also important for you as the audience.
Listening worksheets and question worksheets.
In conclusion, when writing a speech, remember the 3 I's. Investigate, incubate, inspirate. Also, when writing your speech, divide it up into pieces, such as the sandwich, to use as a guide. Remember, it is important for you as an audience to use Al's person. I hope this helped everyone, and let's get started on your speech.